do a sound check real quick and make sure that everyone can hear me okay. If I can get some thumbs up from the audience. Okay, excellent, thank you. So it's a great pleasure for me to welcome everyone to the pinning ceremony of the class of 2022 for the Clackamas Community College nursing program. Hell yeah. I would like to thank everyone who is here present, also everyone who is here online. Oh, I think I'm just moving a little this way so I can be seen. Is that good? Okay. So we do have a live stream, and I appreciate your presence, whether it's here in person or through the distance. I'm sure every one of us is feeling your support. Thank you so much for coming in here. And to begin, I would like to introduce someone that I could not have done this program without. She has been she's a nursing administrator for the Clackamas Community Program. She has been here for 21 years. This is her 21st and last year. And she is the heart and soul of this program. I'm sure all of us are so incredibly grateful to her. We could not have done it without her. So Carol Dodson, if you would come up here. And then,
So I would also like to welcome everyone on behalf of the nursing faculty and the college. Thank you for coming. And it's our honor and pleasure to get to celebrate this class of 2022 who did it with a few extra stressors called the COVID pandemic. Here, we're very proud of you. So I have the honor today of being the master of ceremonies. And so I would like to introduce my colleague, who is our keynote speaker today.
Thanks, Gordon. You made it so I could put this on so you didn't have to sit up here and watch me shake the papers. It's awesome. Thank you for asking me to speak at your pinning ceremony. I'm honored to say a few words, and it provides one last chance to jump up on that soapbox and address pressing issues you will face in your professional life. Over the course of the past 2 years, I've heard many of you identify yourselves as the class of the pandemic, and that's true. You started this program in the fall of 2020 when COVID-19 was ravaging our nation and altering the course of healthcare in our country forever. Looking back at your time in the program, there were a lot of choices and decisions with uncertain outcomes that were made during your time with us, which brings me to the inspiration of this keynote. Each time I'm asked to speak to a class, I try to come up with something, a theme or an inspiration that kind of speaks to me in relation to the class. And thinking back on your time in the program, Robert Frost's poem, "The Road Not Taken," immediately jumped to mind. In the poem, Frost describes coming upon two roads that diverge in the woods. One road is obviously well-traveled with a known path and an endpoint. The other road is less traveled with unknown barriers and unknown endpoints. Analysts have since equated the meaning of the road not taken to choices one must make as they go through life, whether to go down with the mainstream or venture down that into unknown territory. The road not taken definitely defines the nursing program you entered in fall of 2020 because, as you all know, COVID closed all of those well-traveled roads to us. We frequently went down those, and even if we wanted to take a stroll down those roads while you were with us, they were unavailable. That led faculty and students alike to venture down the road less traveled together as we navigated the new norm of nursing education. We journeyed this adventure together, faculty and students, and I know I speak for all faculty when I voice appreciation to all of you for believing in us, trusting the process, and moving forward with us. Because, let us be honest, At times, we weren't even on a designated pathway. We were cutting down brush on a daily basis, hoping to create a new pathway to take you in the right direction. Overarching integral concepts of the nursing profession, such as ethical practice, advocacy, integrity, and accountability, acted as the faculty's compass moving you forward. We knew if we were able to instill those concepts as the foundation of your nursing practice, you would be an asset to the profession. Throughout the past 2 years, I've actually heard comments from members of this class regarding what was missed by not going down that well-traveled road of nursing education. Basically, what you didn't get to do while in the program, which, if compared to how things used to be, are really quite substantial. However, just like in the poem, you have now a choice. You can choose to focus on the disadvantages and the challenges you faced by entering the nursing program at the height of a pandemic when you reflect upon your time at CCC. I ask instead that if able, you shift your focus to the new and exciting things you were able to experience while we traveled down together this unknown path. Because of the pandemic, you spent many, many hours in the program gaining experience providing COVID immunizations to members of the Portland metro community. And we want to take a moment to thank you for that service. The number of lives that were positively impacted are unknown, but we know many appreciate your contribution. Those immunization clinics were probably your first introduction to the registered nurse's role in health promotion and aspects of public health. While research has supported for years that health promotion as well as public health and safety need to be priorities in our healthcare system, it remains an afterthought in many areas of healthcare and health education programs. The COVID pandemic allowed you to be not only front and center giving immunizations, but integrally involved in the evaluation of such processes, making you better prepared to immediately take action should something like this ever happen again. During this time, you were also challenged to identify the inequities in our healthcare system as well as those around the world. No nursing class that has come before you has ever lived this experience. No other nursing class has been able to build their background so intently that should a global medical crisis occur in the future, you will be prepared. In addition to the immunization clinics, you were able to receive many hours of simulation. Much more simulation than students have traditionally received in the nursing program. Previous students were able to go down that well-traveled road to gain experience in patient care experiences in various clinical settings. I know that was a disappointment to many of you over the course of the 2 years that you also did not get that experience. But in addition to, I'm sorry. I know that was a disappointment, and in addition to the disappointment, you were frightened that you might not be prepared to graduate and function in the world of nursing after having limited patient care experience. That was a real fear, and we recognized it as such. And to be perfectly honest with you, faculty weren't really sure how we were going to do it either. But remember, we were there cutting down that brush to create pathways in order to stay a few feet ahead of you each step of the way. The faculty worked tirelessly. Well, maybe not tirelessly, because some of us, trust me, we were pretty tired. But we were able to create simulated clinical experiences for you that you would not have, that we wouldn't have even thought of developing a couple years ago. These simulation experiences challenged you in ways previous cohorts never were. Through simulation, we were able to strategically introduce you to real issues facing the healthcare system. Research has found that random access of clinical experience in nursing programs does not adequately prepare students for the big issues in healthcare. Through in-depth, orchestrated activities and simulation, we were able to focus on the many ways in which healthcare inequities and social determinants of health negatively affect the well-being of our population. This has prepared you to be a valuable asset to the nursing profession in caring for those who need us by their side. We were able to dig deeply into these important concepts, hence the soapbox mentioned earlier, and help you connect the dots as to how diversity, equity, inclusion, and belonging, as well as trauma-informed care, must be considered in the healthcare system. Going down the road less traveled allowed you to explore vital issues in our healthcare system that were taught in nursing programs, but not with as much depth and breadth as you were able to experience. More importantly, what each of you can now do with this knowledge is immeasurable. You have the tools to advocate for your patients, the population, and the needed changes to the healthcare system. I guarantee that as graduates of the class of the pandemic, you are well prepared for this task. In fact, much more prepared than those who have gone before you. And while I'm on the soapbox of advocacy, I would be remiss if I did not jump one more time and remind you that you must always advocate for yourselves and the profession of nursing. You will be entering a profession at a unique time. Nurses, identified as members of the most trusted profession for the past 20 years and heroes during the height of the pandemic, are now facing incredible struggles in the workplace, no matter where they work. The loss of vitality and increase in burnout is palpable in the profession today. The road the nursing profession on is well traveled, but has become a superhighway with no apparent rest stops in sight and far too many accidents occurring for it to be sustainable. My perception is everyone is just too busy traveling down the road at breakneck speed. They're unable to recognize any rest stops that may be available to them. And the road less traveled with different answers and different insights, it just might be right over there, but they can't see it. The nursing profession needs to slow down and take time to look for it. In addition, many nurses today are leaving the profession because they have not been given the permission to hit the pause button, the ding. Many are fearful of what could happen if they did. Others are fearful of jumping from the road well taken, no matter how many potholes it may have, to the unknown challenges of the road less traveled. Please do not diminish your value during this time. The new road may be uncomfortable and scary for new nurses who have come through the pandemic with minimal changes to their nursing education pathway. It may also be frightening to those who have been in the profession for a while. New things usually are, as one needs to leave their comfort zone to get on the other pathway. Celebrate the fact that you are entering a profession a step ahead of the curve. Not only are you masters of living in a state of discomfort, you know the value of slowing down and taking a reflective pause to examine your options. I challenge all of you to be the role model for that practice in the future. Because you understand the importance of slowing down, you will be the ones to recognize the scenery changes and new adventures that the new pathway could provide its travelers. Share the lessons that you have learned while helping cut down the brush and creating a new road that you have been traveling over the past 2 years. Be the voice and the vision which will help allow the profession to look at alternatives. Remember, even the superhighways started out as mere paths created by someone who is brave enough to take the first step, to see the possibilities, and begin cutting down that brush. And in Robert Frost's words, I hope you look back at your time at Clackamas Community College's nursing program and say, I took the one less travel, and that has made all the difference. Thank you.
And now it's my pleasure to introduce Eric, our keynote speaker, or our student keynote speaker.
Thank you very much, Carol. Once again, I'm just making sure everyone can hear me okay. Excellent, okay. So as Carol mentioned, my name is Eric, last name Thompson Ruelas. That's 2 last names because I was born in Mexico. I immigrated here, yeah, woo, yes. I came here 16 years ago, and I cannot believe how much gratitude I have for this country, for the people of this state, for organizations like Clackamas Community College that have helped someone like me, be able to achieve their dreams of going through nursing school. So I really appreciate all the support towards groups, minorities, immigrants that you're showing. So that's just a little side note that I wanted to add. So I'm president of the Student Nurse Association. It is a student-led group of student leaders, and I would like to recognize the members for their efforts that they made towards supporting their peers. So we have Megan, we have John, Makala, Janae, Mary, and Chrissy. And thank you for your going the extra mile for your peers and making things like this possible, like communicating with your teachers. You're all rock stars, so thank you for that. So now to the speech. I would like to tell you about a journey. It's one that started at a different time for all of us, but one that we have shared for the last 2 years. We're the nursing class of 2022. We submitted our applications to the Clackamas Community College nursing program with a deadline of February 2020. At the same time, news of an outbreak on the other side of the world were starting to get more attention. Then March came along, and with it came a lockdown. Everything was shut down, except for what was deemed essential. During that time of uncertainty, I was wondering if nursing school was even going to happen that year. It also became a good time to really consider my career options and see if nursing is where I wanted to end up. Then the emails came and they said, you went to the interview part of your application. And the interviews would be done on something called Zoom. The faculty at Clackamas Community College found a way to continue with the program. And that is because nurses are essential. Yeah. Now, just as essential are our educators and all the supporting staff that have helped us through our journey. There are not enough nursing school instructors right now. And those that are doing it are some of the hardest working people I have ever met. So I want to take this moment from a nursing student point of view to say thank you to you who emailed me back on a Sunday evening, to you who spent hours grading papers, analyzing exams, demoing skills, to you who listened, who understood, and who was supportive, to you who would reflect on your work to provide the best education possible, to you who empowers your students to be the best version of themselves. Thank you for guiding us into who we are today. So to continue with the speech, and I'm glad that Carol Thorne talked about a road less traveled since I'm talking about a journey. So I was at the part where we got our Zoom interviews. So during mine, I asked the faculty, they said, at the end of the interview, they asked if you have any questions for them. So I asked the faculty, what qualities have you found in students that have helped them to be successful in nursing school? And one instructor, Sarah Morris, she gave me the following advice. She said, be like a bamboo tree. Bamboo is durable and resilient, yet flexible when it needs to. It adapts to survive the harshest storms, and it will stand tall and green. So, like bamboo trees, we were flexible. We adapted to online classes, group work, testing, projects, simulation, the DING, lectures. We balanced our whole life to fit into nursing school's rigorous schedule. We would jump in to participate last minute if a clinical opportunity arose, even if it meant maybe not being as flexible in the rest of our lives. Also, like bamboo trees, we were resilient. Our cohort didn't just start in the pandemic. We started in the middle of wildfires. We went through ice storms, floodings, and I'm sure many of us got our lowest scores ever during this program. We took on those challenges, we fell down, and we got back up. Blood, sweat, and tears were shed to make it through, and that is not even close to the full list of bodily fluids that we dealt with. But we were resilient. And like bamboo trees, we were green, which is a fine color. However, I'm looking forward to getting to wear other color scrubs now. During clinicals, if you saw a group of people gathered in green scrubs, you would know that as your home away from home. And those green scrubs will always hold a special place in our hearts. And to those who wore those scrubs, 2 years ago, sorry, I'm getting emotional. I love all these people. But 2 years ago, we embarked on this journey together. Your journey is not over. And I cannot wait to see where life will take you. I am just so glad that I got to do this part of my journey with you by my side. Congratulations, class of 2022. Celebrate this victory. I am wishing you all the best on your next adventure. Thank you.
Thank you, Eric. That was very inspirational. And now I would like to invite John Church, our next speaker, to the podium.
We're cooking with grease now, right? All right, I can go. Sorry about that. So welcome, everybody. Thank you for being here, Eric. I don't know how I'm going to follow that. That was an awesome speech. Can everyone hear me okay? We're good? We're good? Okay. So greetings, salutations, hola, why, and welcome everyone to the first ever and hopefully last fully pandemic-y class of 2022. Now, I know what you're thinking. I'm going to talk to you about all the challenges and tribulations and slings and arrows and hardships we all face in getting to this moment. But no, I'm going to talk purely about, wait for it, me. It's me. After all, I have the stage and the mics, and it's all about number one, so buckle up, because it's going to be a bumpy little ride here. Seriously though, these last couple of years with all of you has been an exercise in sacrifice, patience, always assuming positive intent. Always, right guys? And of course, last but not least, resilience in the face of a constant barrage of OCNI, documenting OCNI competencies. Wow, I couldn't even get that out. I swear, I still wake up each morning trying to figure out which one to write for my breakfast and daily ablutions. Lord, help me. Soundtracks after, guys. Okay. As you all know, self-care is number one. So when I think back to all of our Zoom meetings we had, I ponder on what style of pants you were all wearing. Every single time I think about it, was it always PJs? A kilt, perhaps, to keep things fresh and funny in your own minds? Or maybe nothing at all as the morning hours passed by effortlessly while we perseverated in all things nursey. Well, I'll leave that to you to forever keep to yourself. But know this, for all of you who didn't turn your cameras on, I have kept strict notes, and you will not be receiving your complimentary Hershey's Kiss. We're keeping it real this whole time. Fair warning. So to the parents and loved ones of our cohort, please know it is with deep respect, condolence, and a sense of admiration that you have all put up with us all this time. Please know that your efforts will go completely unrewarded. Beyond the extra cash we'll be making, of course, but not unappreciated. We love you all unreservedly, and we thank you for your forgiveness. Okay. We know that was a long time. To the staff, security, housekeepers, and mentors at CCC in the audience and at home, please know how much we appreciate your efforts, guidance, masking in the face of our presence, and all-around good nature during these last hectic 2 years. To our beloved instructors, what a ride it has been. Nicole. Oh, Nicole, your patience with us during the first year was palpable. I don't understand how or why you would put yourself through this each year, but it is without a doubt the greatest display of courage and strength that I've seen thus far in my life. Especially with me as a student. You will be noted in my eulogy as being the bravest soul on earth, okay? Tammy, I will never forget your sage advice at the very beginning. I so appreciate you always taking the time to speak with me. I called you so many times. To quote, learn with the intent of understanding. That will always stick with me. Thank you, Carol Dotson, for always righting the ship in the midst of the no doubt precarious and unpredictable ways of the pandemic. Carol Thorne, you will always be in my eyes the true voice of reason in the midst of the chaos that is nursing school, and your anecdotes will stay with me always. I only wish that you could have seen more of our mascot driver. Jeremy, your disarming nursing style with substance and infectious laugh will follow me all the days of my career and has made me appreciate my ability to take the ding. Big deal. Slow down. Ask the questions of why something is being ordered before you do what is needed to be done. Chris, your straightforward and rational way of explaining complex disease processes made my life easier, especially when writing all of those nursing diagnoses. And Madison and I saved her life that first year. To Sarah and Ellen, I really appreciated your soft-spoken ways and gentle approach to the arts of nursing. Lastly, I would like to thank my mother, Myrna, who's in the audience right over there. Give a what's up. Or not. Let's go. Please know that although there is no amount of gratitude, gifts, money, gestures, or trinkets that I can offer to show my appreciation for your love, guidance, and therapy all these years since the start of my medical journey 8 long years ago, please know that I am forever in your debt, and you have been the best role model a son can ask for. So, thank you, and good day, and don't forget to tip your waist down. Tip your waist down. Tape your waist down. All right.
So in just a moment, we're going to start the reason that we're all here, the pinning ceremony. But I also wanted to just explain that there is part of the ceremony that some students or all may choose to take part in, and that is the blessing of the hands. This is a practice that has been done in faith settings and in non-faith settings. And what it really is, it's about blessing the hands of the nurse for the work that they're about to do. And so today I'm very honored to thank Carl Madison for stepping in at the last moment. Our beloved Dr. Gary Sparks, who was supposed to be here today and who has loved Clackamas students for 20 years when they served at the St. Andre Bissett Hospitality Center in downtown Portland, has COVID. And so that was last minute, and thank you so much for stepping in. And so as the students are pinned, after they receive their pin, if they wish to step over and have their hands blessed and take your family or whoever's pinning you with you, that's fine. And then family members can go on down those stairs and students can return to their seats. So it's about time to begin the pinning of the graduates. And I think, Jeremy, do you have the first group?
I think so. I think if you are pinning, if you'd like to come around and we can kind of line up over here on the side. well, how about if we have, since we have them up here, I'm going to tell you who will be pinning first, and those family members that will be pinning, if you could come to the front of the line, that'd probably be easier. So we'll be pinning Tasha Anderton first, then Annie Bartell, then Jessie Beck, then Shauna Brandon, Hannah Burkhart, Melissa Christensen, John Church, and Julieta. Okay. Think we're ready? Okay. Good afternoon, everybody. So first off today, we'll be pinning Tasha Anderton. Tasha Anderton will be pinned by her instructor, Tamara Vanderwerf. Tasha's deceased mother inspired her to apply for the nursing program. Today is beyond her dream. Tasha was super scared of needles. She cried when she had a blood draw. But these 2 years have proven that she can achieve a goal with a growth mindset. Tasha appreciates the support and encouragement from her husband, John, and mother-in-law, Joan, family members in Thailand, CCC nursing instructors, and her classmates. Clackamas Community College provided an excellent opportunity to achieve her new career goal. She is very grateful to be accepted into the nursing program. Tasha is ready for the next chapter of her future in nursing practice. Annie Bartell. Annie will be pinned by her husband, Jeff. Annie would like to thank her husband, Jeff, son, Gavin, and daughter, Chloe. They have been her rocks and biggest supporters throughout this program. They stood beside her decision to go back to school to become a nurse, even when it meant more cooking and housework for them. Yet, through it all, they wiped her tears, celebrated her accomplishments, listened to endless gross stories, and proofread many APA papers. She could always count on them for big hugs, DQ runs, and a kick in the butt. Jessie Beck. Jessie will be pinned by our very own Carol Thorne. And Jessie came to us already with an LPN, and so today Carol is removing his LPN pin and replacing it with his RN pin. Jessie is honored to be pinned by one of Oregon's longtime nurse leaders and nurse educators, and hopes to follow in her footsteps in education and nurse leadership, and wild nurse stories. Jessie would like to offer a very special thanks to Mr. Wiley King, who has been the most faithful of friends and family along his nursing journey. When Jessie was on the brink of repeated academic and life despair, Wiley was always there to listen, feed, and support him along the way. Couldn't have done it without you, Wiley. Head and heart. He would also like to thank the Ford Foundation, Inskeep Family and Allied Health for their scholarships and motivation towards completing this program. And lastly, Jessie would like to thank his late father, Robert Beck, whose iron work ethic and sense of humor was an anchor during the tougher times of this program. Miss you, Dad. Shauna Brandon. Shauna Brandon will be pinned by her mother, Dana. Dana has supported Shauna throughout the last 4 years of her journey to get into and complete nursing school here at Clackamas Community College. Shauna could not have done it without her loving mother, as she has been here through her hard days, her good days, her tears, and her celebrations. Shauna would also like to thank her friends Kirsten and Reggie, as well as her father Blaine and her two brothers, Nick and Luke, for their unconditional love and support. Shauna would like to say thank you to all of the Clackamas nursing instructors as well as the INSPEAK for their generosity in providing scholarship funding. Thank you to everyone who believed in Shauna and supported her on this journey. Hannah Burkhart. Hannah will be pinned by her grandpa Ray, accompanied by her boyfriend Stephen. She wanted to thank her family and friends for their love and support over the last 2 years. She wants to tell Stephen how much she loves him and that she can't imagine going through this without you. Thank you to all the instructors for advocating for the cohort and always trying to give them the best education possible during a pandemic. Finally, she wishes that her grandma Dorothy could be here to see all her hard work pay off. Melissa Christensen. Melissa Christensen is being pinned by her youngest daughter, Kimberly. Those are also present today to celebrate with Melissa are her husband, Kevin, and children, Cameron, Megan, Camille, and Hunter, all of whom have been an inspiration and strength to Melissa. She would like to thank Kevin for his efforts to cook, Cameron for his help with math, Camille for providing treats, and Kimmy for being the best cheerleader and having to do a lot without mom around. Melissa looks forward to the lifelong friendships made in this program. Melissa would like to thank the instructors for the time spent to create new learning opportunities during this crazy COVID time. A special thank you to Nicole for never giving up on her when the dosage calculation tests were a struggle. And to Tammy for always providing the best feedback. Melissa would like to thank the CCC Foundation and its donors for awarding her scholarships to fund her nursing education. Melissa will begin her nursing career working in the intermediate care unit at Meridian Park Hospital with the goal of becoming a cardiac nurse. The pin Melissa is receiving is engraved with the nursing lamp, a symbol in the nursing world of goodwill and compassion. Melissa's prayer is that this pin will be a continued reminder to her that lamps must be filled one drop at a time, and that she cannot share her light with others if she does not fill her own lamp first. John Church. John Church will be pinned by his mother, Myrna Church, a retired midwife, obstetrics nurse, and certified teacher of midwifery trained in the United Kingdom. Her journey from humble beginnings in Jamaica to the metropolitan cities of England provided fertile ground to nurture and inspire him to undertake a second degree and profession in his late 30s. With consistent encouragement, compassionate words of wisdom during times of doubt, and unconditional love, Myrna ushered John through each and every hurdle along the challenging voyage that prerequisites and nursing school lays out. John's pin is the caduceus, a rod surrounded by 2 snakes embodying the ideals of commerce and negotiation. In the case of the nurse, it symbolizes the commerce of ideas and education with the skill of negotiation to advocate for their patients and foster the most positive outcomes. Finally, John would like to thank each of his instructors for conferring their wisdom and trusting him with their knowledge to do what is best for the community while in his care. Julieta. Julieta would like to dedicate this achievement to her kids. She does not remember anyone telling her how much your kids would believe in you. To be someone's hero, to be looked up to, for someone to think you can carry the world, or to believe that you can do anything, makes you want to do big things. She is teaching by example that having an education can significantly impact your life and is the key to having a successful future. She would like to thank her husband for supporting her with this achievement. It is not only hers, but theirs, because she could not have done any of this without him. She would like to thank her parents for their prayers. Angela, thank you for always answering my questions, accepting my friendship, and forgetting my spicy Mexican jokes. Thank you to my team, Eric and Tasha. We did it. All right, and our next speaker?
Jessica Gamble. Jessica will be pinned by her husband, Joshua. She would like to thank him for the endless love and support he has given her throughout this journey. Thank you for always believing in her, especially when she didn't believe in herself. Jessica would also like to express her deep appreciation for being allotted the Inskeep Family Endowed Scholarship for Allied Health and the Merchant Family Foundation Health Science Scholarship. This funding helped accomplish her dream of becoming a registered nurse. Thank you for this generous honor. Finally, Jessica would like to give a special thanks to all her amazing professors for guiding her through this transformative process. They really went above and beyond their educational roles by not only preparing her for the professional world, but also preparing her for life. Tammy Davis. Tammy is being pinned by her husband, Brenton, her kids, Lily and Micah, and her parents, Dawn and Star. She would like to thank her awesome family who have been unwavering in their support and encouragement throughout this journey. They gave their time and dedication to help her succeed in nursing school by driving the kids to school, cooking meals, changing work schedules, among many other sacrifices. And without them, it would never have been possible to reach this finish line. Julia Ebert. Julia is being pinned by her partner, Sean. Julia would like to thank Sean for being the most supportive and loving partner to her throughout nursing school. She thanks her for waking up at the crack of dawn to take her to clinical and for making sure she remembered to eat, sleep, and have fun outside of school. Julia would also like to thank her family back home for encouraging her over the past 2 years and allowing her to recharge in the California sun during school breaks. Julia is also so grateful for the amazing faculty at Clackamas Community College. She thanks them for their infinite wisdom and apologizes for turning in her assignments at 23:59 on the due date. She is proud to graduate along her accomplished, hardworking peers, and she knows they will all become incredible nurses. Ty Macintosh. Ty will be pinned by his wife Samantha and his daughter Reagan. He would like to thank Sam for being his anchor and the voice of reason during this process. Reagan for being patient and understanding while he spent countless hours studying or working on projects. And Angela for being a supportive friend and a constant sounding board. As a nurse, Ty hopes to embody the qualities these three ladies have shown him over the past 2 years: kindness, grace, and unyielding strength. I thought Shauna's, yeah, it's right. Janae Hayes. Janae will be pinned by her younger sister, Aaliyah. Janae would like to start off by thanking her sister for always being her forever cheerleader, her mom for instilling her with fortitude, and her boyfriend, James, for being there for her through all of her mental breakdowns, and for being the best breathing punching bag. And before she forgets, if it was not for her Nespresso machine, she would not be standing here today. Although she may have jokes, it's to deflect the fact that she's survived 2 of the most challenging yet rewarding years of her life. Nursing school has taught her many lessons about herself. One of those things being that she has a substantial amount of resilience. which gave her the will to push through, even when her mind and body told her otherwise. She would like to thank her classmates and instructors for accompanying her on the beginning of the next chapter of her life. Angela Loras. Angela is being pinned by her lifelong love and husband, Jeremy. He has been her safety net when she's out of her comfort zone. He built her a study space and took over the meal planning, which she hates to do. He has made so many sacrifices for her while also keeping his small business afloat during the pandemic. She will be forever grateful for his unconditional love. Their teenage sons, Trent and Wade, have also stepped up in this process. Trent was the first to tell her to go back to school, consistently gave his brother rides everywhere, and took over cooking dinner most nights, while Wade became excellent at leaving her alone to study and dishing out words of encouragement when she needed it. She would also like to thank her mom and dad, her in-laws, and her dearest friends for their love and support, never pressuring her when she knew she was too busy to see them. She would also like to thank her pre-nursing, then nursing school friend Ty, who kept her computer calendar organized, listened to her change her mind a million times, kept her laughing with texts and memes. Finally, thank you to all the amazing CCC instructors who've instilled in us all the necessary skills to become superior nurses, and all the students in this class who've been so supportive of one another through such a challenging journey. We are one uniquely strong group that I am proud to be part of. Congratulations to everyone. Carrie Marley. Carrie will be pinned by Sean, one of her 3 sons. There have been many moments of excitement, disappointment, laughter, and confusion over the past couple of years. She owes all her family and friends her deepest gratitude for the patience and encouragement they have shown her through this journey called nursing school. Carrie's inspiration throughout this journey were her children. She wanted to show them that whatever your dream may be, no matter where you are in your life, it only takes one step to start following your dreams. Though we did not get to be on campus as a whole cohort, she's thankful for the friendships she's made along the way and could not be more thankful to have had such an amazing group of people to go through nursing school with.
Martinez. McCullough will be pinned by her stepfather, Larry. Since high school, Larry has supported and guided McCullough on the road to her dream of becoming a nurse. McCullough greatly appreciates the many hours he spent helping her navigate the process of becoming a nurse. Larry has always been involved in McCullough's journey in becoming a nurse. He has pushed McCullough to be hardworking and has taught her to never give up on a dream. McCullough would like to say thank you and that she could not have completed this program without your constant support. She also would like to thank the rest of her family and fiancé Joey. Lastly, McCullough would like to thank all the instructors for pushing her and sharing their knowledge. Megan Miller. Megan will be pinned by her partner Kai, who has been her greatest supporter in this last year of nursing school. She's being pinned with the nursing charm placed on a bracelet gifted to her by Kai that she wears every day. She would like to thank her sister Andra, who was her roommate, study buddy, and cheerleader throughout year 1, and her parents who have given her so much love and support during this season of life. While COVID restrictions limited in-person interaction, Megan is incredibly grateful to her teachers and cohort for being intentional with their online presence and interaction so that she could have the opportunity to get to know everyone. She entered nursing school unsure of what field she wanted to pursue, but has found her passion in cardiology. Rachel Miller. Rachel Miller will be pinned by her husband Scott today. Rachel would like to thank her husband for loving her, supporting her, and believing in her throughout her education, even when she didn't believe in herself. She would also like to thank her mother for being the first to show her the true value and the joy of nursing, and for being one of her greatest cheerleaders. Rachel would also like to thank her father for always having a positive and sarcastic response to every situation. Lastly, for being one of the most treasured constants in her life, Rachel would like to thank all of her brothers, to the 3 at home supporting her on the sidelines, and to the one standing beside her today in spirit. Collins. Ifeanyi Nechi will be pinned by his exceptional friend Victor. He has been of great support to Ifeanyi throughout nursing school and beyond. Ifeanyi also wants to extend his gratitude to his family, especially his mother, who is not present here, but has inspired him to pursue this career. He wants to thank the sources like Geraldine Harrington Memorial Endowed Scholarship, Ruth Marguerite Allen Memorial Endowed Scholarships Uniforms, and Myrna Reed Scholarship, Zelma Gordon Nursing Scholarship, who provided scholarship funding to help him through nursing school. Their financial assistance tremendously helped through nursing school. Ifeanyi met some fantastic peers turned friends during nursing school. Annie, Carrie, Chris, John, Tasha, Melissa. You guys rock, and Ifeanyi wishes everyone the best of luck in everything. Lastly, to the instructors who molded and guided us throughout the nursing program, we now know why CCC is the best nursing program in Oregon. Thank you for all the effort you put into your work and your immeasurable passion. You guys are the best. Thank you, everyone. Ifeanyi is proud to be a CCC alumni. Ifeanyi is a proud Cougar. Lauren Rock. Lauren Rock is being pinned by her mom, Teresa. She also has her dad, Dan, her sister, Taryn, and her boyfriend, Elijah, here to support her today. She would like to thank her family and friends for always supporting her and helping her on this journey. Graduating from nursing school is one of her biggest life goals, and she can't wait to continue this journey by starting to work as a nurse for Providence Willamette Falls this summer and starting to work toward getting her BSN later this year. She's also grateful that nursing school introduced her to her now best friend. Lauren is so excited to start this new chapter in her life and is so grateful to have been on this journey with you all. Last but not least, Chrissy Rampakis. So sorry. Chrissy's being pinned by her father, Dr. John Rampakis, who has been one of her biggest supporters and cheerleaders over these past years. Chrissy also would like to thank her mom, Sarah, and sister, Allie, as well. Her family has been an invaluable support system that encouraged her to pursue her dreams and go back to school after graduating from Oregon State University in 2018. She would not have been able to make it without the 3 of them and their unwavering support. These past 2 years have been challenging, eye-opening, and very rewarding. However, she would have not traded them for the world. Chrissy's excited to join the nursing world, having accepted a job specializing in neurology at St. Vincent's Hospital. She's proud and honored to be a part of the class of 2022. Natalie Sawyer. Natalie Sawyer will be pinned by her mother, Kim, who has been by her side through the best and the worst, sacrificing so much for Natalie. Kim's ambition and love for learning, I did it wrong. Natalie's ambition and love for learning throughout, all right, sorry, I'm gonna start over. Okay. All right. Kim's ambition and love for learning throughout Natalie's life continues to inspire and motivate her. Without the love, support, and encouragement from Kim, Natalie's partner Erin, and Grandma Sue, she would not be here today. Natalie thanks them for everything they've done for her. Natalie also wants to thank her father Larry and brother Damon for their constant love and support. She knows they wouldn't do anything and drive any distance for her. Natalie wants her family to know that she loves them all so much. Because they have loved her unconditionally throughout her darkest days, Natalie stands here today on her brightest of days.
Sarah Snyder. Sarah is being pinned by her 3 children, Mackenzie, Xavier, and Addison. Sarah could not have gotten through this program without the patience and support of her boyfriend, Devin. He has helped Sarah through countless panic moments, crying sessions, and moments of doubt. Sarah would also like to thank her children for enduring a grumpy mom who had to miss soccer, volleyball, and basketball games in order to study and finish homework. Sarah would also like to thank her children's father for supporting her by always being willing to help with school drop-offs, pickups, and transportation to sports practices so that Sarah could focus on her school commitments. It has been a long and bumpy road, and there were times Sarah wanted to quit, but her friends and family always came through with words of encouragement that added to Sarah's confidence and resilience. Sarah would also like to thank the instructors for their gentle kindness. The past 2 years have brought many challenges, including a pandemic, fires and floods, ice storms, housing changes, family health problems, and many other stressors that made Sarah want to give up. The instructors always came through with words of inspiration and understanding that allowed Sarah to carry on. Sarah will always shout from the rooftops that she is proud to be a Clackamas Community College nursing school graduate. Tony Strickland. Tony will be pinned by his wife, Jennifer Schwartz. He wants to thank his wife, Jennifer, and his sons, Diego and Patrick, for all the sacrifices they made to help him get through school. He wants to thank his in-laws, Pat, Mark, Mitch, and Rick, 3 of whom are also nurses, and 1 a doctor. Nursing school was more difficult than he thought it would be, and he is glad that it was. He had a good feeling about this program from the very first interview. He'd like to thank all the instructors for teaching us so much. He didn't realize just how good a job you all do until he saw firsthand what a great reputation this school has in the clinical environment. This program made us more than just medication dispensing machines and taught us about the human element as well as to think critically. Earning this nursing degree opens so many possibilities for he and his family. Thank you again to everyone who helped make this possible. Eric Thompson Ruelas. Eric will be pinned by his mom, Josie. She has made countless sacrifices, including giving up her home country, not getting to see family members who have now passed, and starting a new life in a new country from zero. In Mexico, when Eric was told by his school counselors that he would never amount to anything, she fought for him and has never stopped believing in him. It is his greatest honor to be pinned by her today. He is equally grateful to his father, David, his sister, Angelica, and his fiancée, Carol. He could not have done it without them. Chris Turner. Chris is being pinned by his lovely wife, Erica. Erica, who is a nurse, has been a great motivating and supportive factor throughout Chris's journey. Chris currently works in the Med-Surg unit at the VA Medical Center and plans to pursue his bachelor's in science at OHSU in nursing. Neely Webster. Neely will be pinned by her long-term boyfriend, Sam. Her parents are also here attending the ceremony, and she would like to acknowledge their support. They have been supportive of her journey to get to this point and constantly inspire her to push through to achieve her dreams. She thanks them for all their unconditional love and guidance. Neely especially wants to show appreciation for her boyfriend, Sam. She thanks you for being there for her throughout the years and helping support your lives together and future. She's grateful that you understand what it means when she says, being a nurse is part of who I am. She also says that she loves you and truly could not have done this without you. Neely would also like to thank all the instructors for their wisdom and support for her career. Mary Whitman. Mary is being pinned by her fiancé, Corey. He has been by her side from the moment she decided to pursue nursing. He has continued to be her rock and ultimate supporter through it all. Corey has never objected to what Mary knew she had to do to get where she is today, graduating nursing school with only 35 more days left until her first day as a registered nurse on the neonatal intensive care unit. Dreams really do come true. She would also like to thank her family for the unconditional love and support through these trying times. Thank you all for being her cheerleaders and declining her submissions for failure. Watching her peers grow from nursing students to nurses has been an honor. She would like to thank her peers and faculty for their support throughout the terms and trusting her to coordinate the pinning ceremony. She does not regret a moment that has led to this day. Cheers to us. Madison Wright. Madison will be pinned by her parents, Bobby and Amanda Wright. She would like to thank her parents for their unconditional love through her entire nursing school journey. She would not be here today if she didn't have them to support her. She would also like to thank her friends and family in Oregon and out of state who surrounded her with so much love over the past 3 years. She's so blessed to have such amazing people to celebrate with. Lastly, thank you to all the Clackamas Community College faculty and staff for working so hard to give the class of 2022 a high-quality nursing education.
So in a moment, I will ask the class of 2022 to stand and read together on the back of your program a modern Nightingale pledge, but we'll wait until all of that in their seats. nursing class of 2022. Thank you, everyone, for coming, and please enjoy some refreshments.